of the Neil Haley Show on the Mitchell S. Karnes Podcast with our host, Mitchell S. Karnes. Mitchell, unbelievably enough, there's so much news in 1 week since we talked. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Last week was kind of a lag, and now this week everything kind of explodes. The series director and the casting director are meeting this morning as we're talking right now and discussing the progress of the casting. So that's the rest of we have the primary cast done, but this is all the other characters. And so I'm waiting to anxiously to hear how that's going. They have, of course, May and June to complete all that. I just found out that they hired the set medic, so a person on there for any injuries, but she also worked on Avengers and Fantastic Four, so several major films. Abbey's Road, book four, is going to be available in mid-June instead of July. So that's coming out sooner, and we're possibly talking about getting some pre-orders on there and hopefully get a tease with the cover soon. The Kickstarter launch has been delayed again, and I'm not exactly sure why, and it's kind of a hush hush. So maybe there'll be some exciting extra news in there, but that's going to be taking off hopefully next Tuesday. So look up for that. And then next Monday, the director meets with the cinematographer and the sound director to discuss the parameters of the series Watergrave, which starts filming August 2nd. So we're really scooting up on there. And
You
then
are, yeah.
yeah, got an exciting interview with the second main character. We already did Kristen, who plays Abby, and now it's going to be Phil Vassar, country music songwriter and singer, and he's going to be playing Sam Tidwell, the second main detective. So really exciting with everything going on. It's just pushing.
You're pushing in so many directions. Let's talk about the new book. Um, Without giving away the next book, but
Okay.
what are we expecting this book?
Well, this book is kind of a shift away from the crime and detective under the homicide. This is more of a suspense thriller. And so they're trying to stop the murders before they happen. And again, Skylar, who is the main antagonist, there's no surprise there, but she's challenging Abby. And so I called it Abbey's Road to tie in with the Beatles, is also to tie into her spiritual journey and her emotional journey going on at the same time. And so this is where everything just kind of comes together. Boom. And so the lyrics of the album Abbey Road are going to play a significant role in that book.
Wow. And is it interesting you're not going into a murder mystery? You're solving murders. It's
Yeah,
changing the genre a little bit.
there is a murder at the very beginning to because as we go throughout this whole series, you keep hearing her sergeant and her lieutenant saying "no body, no crime," and so Skylar picks up on that and gives them the body so that she gets their attention. And then here's who's gonna, you got 7 days to stop these seven murders.
That's wild. 7 days to stop seven murders. Okay.
Mhm.
And this is because the characters have evolved by book five. Wouldn't you agree?
Right, right.
How talk about that evolution?
Well, Skylar is getting more powerful and she's getting more bold, and Abby is getting more vulnerable because more of her past is coming out. So this is where that initial one in Watergrave where it says own the truth or the truth will own you. This is where Abby decides, am I going to own it or am I going to let it keep owning me? And so that's part of why it's called Abby's Road. She has to make that pivotal and decision in her life. And we see exactly what Skylar's end game is in this one. And then book five is a complete change again. I'm trying to keep from having a set pattern where you know what's happening. So book five is more of a psychological, I wouldn't say thriller, but psychological cat and mouse game where she's got to go deep into the mind of this and decide whether this situation of a good friend of hers was suicide and she's trying to prove that it's murder. So finding out how that's going to end.
And that's always interesting. Finding out how
Yes.
it's going to end.
Yeah. That's what I hope. Hope it's interesting.
Well, I find it fascinating for sure, Mitchell. And I think that, through this process and these journey, after the six books, that series is done or not?
Oh, no, 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 no. After the six books, you've kind of understand now exactly what kind of detective she's going to be and what kind of person she's going to be throughout the series going forward.
Okay.
So this is her big growth arc to get her into the detective that's going to be that detective for the series.
Next events you're having, when does that come?
The end of this month on Saturday, the 30th, I have the publisher, books, authors, and publishers fair at the Nashville Fairgrounds. I have a table there, and I'll be signing on that one, and then have another book signing in July, and July 18th in Smyrna, Tennessee. And Abbey's Road is coming out in June, so I'll probably have a release then instead of July. So I'll have to schedule that one now that I know when it's coming out.
So many big things happening, Mitchell.
Yes,
Have you missed anything else?
probably.
No,
But
I know
that's
you
it.
have missed you know your anthology or the working on the whole
Oh,
the
the sex trafficking. We talked about that a lot,
yeah.
but yeah, that's getting a real hard one because emotionally that is draining for me as I'm writing it, because I'm writing it from two characters' points of view.
And when does that
And I'm
come out for
calling it
you? When does it
I'm
come
calling
out?
it the facade because of the games they're
Mhm.
playing. But one character is the girl being sex trafficked, and the other one is the English teacher who kind of starts picking up on these clues and how that comes together. So both of their perspectives from it. It comes out in November of this year.
Okay. November of this year.
Yeah, and it'll be three authors compiling together for one collection book.
I'm so excited. All the big things happening. We're going to be talking about other opportunities coming. You're going to be interviewing Phil Vassar. It big things. Make sure you like and subscribe to the podcast. Make sure you go to mitchellscarnesauthor.com and make sure you pre-order right now. And we're going to have that drop down very soon once we get the book cover. You pre-order a book and soon you can get that book. I really appreciate it, Mitchell, and look
And
forward
it'll
to
be signed.
a
So,
signed autograph
yeah.
for a discount. Go figure. I appreciate it, Mitchell. Thanks again.
All right.
That was a special simulcast of the Neil Haley Show and the Mitchell S. Karnes Podcast, guys. Take care. All right, Mitchell.